Good afternoon, class, and welcome to our presentation on Sustainable Development Goal 11, Developing Sustainable. Just a quick overview of our report. It includes an introduction followed by a context, a bit about SDG 11, a proposal, and the conclusion. Miami and Mexico City are rapidly growing, and this comes with the challenge of balancing economic growth and opportunity with sustainable and affordable housing. Due to such rapid growth, many people have had their access limited to living there due to the rising rental prices, making housing unaffordable for many. The result of all this has led to an affordability crisis. Rent in Mexico City has increased by over 20%, and on the other hand, in Miami, 50% over the last 5 years. Every day that passes without addressing this issue is a day where many residents struggle to find affordable housing.
A few sustainability issues can give context on why SDG 11 is the most important for Miami and Mexico. As we can see here, the key indicators include the CO2 emissions created per year, rental growth, population growth, and homelessness for the two areas, each of which have grown year over year by a vast margin. For example, the CO2 emissions created per year for Miami, there have been an average of around 226 million metric tons per year, and for Mexico, you can double that at around 487 million metric tons. Going down to population growth, there's been an increase of 0.83% for Miami, bringing the population to around 6.3 million people, and Mexico having a similar number of an increase of 7.3%, bringing the population to around over 129 million people. Two main issues that need to be addressed are population growth and rent growth. This chart here, population growth, compares the population growth in North America since 2020 compared to Miami and Mexico. As you can see, Miami and Mexico have been growing at a much faster rate than the continent as a whole, showing that these two areas are driving that growth in the continent. This in turn leads to rising rents. An affordability crisis has swarmed over Miami and in Mexico. Rents in Mexico City have risen 20% since 2016 and 50% in Miami during that same time. This leads to many social issues, including mass inequality and homelessness, due to people not being able to afford rent prices any longer. Social unrest and ruin can be a product of that and can make people move out of the area. In order to be sustainable, the areas need to grow economically and socially at a constant rate that allows for more people to move there without problems and not to have the opposite happen.
Once we identify a problem Miami and Mexico City have in common, we look for a SDG that could describe or solve the situation. SDG number 11, Sustainable Cities and Communities, is the one that best describes the situation because its main objective is make cities and human settlements inclusive, safe, resilient, and sustainable.
Using the SDG number 11, we created a proposal using AI. Our proposal is City for All initiative. It involves the implementation of new sustainable housing along with commercial spaces that can provide the population with a mixed use that combines residential, commercial, and cultural spaces to create sustainable neighborhoods, to provide new living spaces to the population as well as new job opportunities. This solution was achieved with the help of artificial intelligence, which suggested solutions for the development of affordable housing, rent control and tenant protection, social housing programs, urban regeneration, and community participation. We think the urban regeneration solution is the most suitable one, since it provides new housing spaces for the population and also development opportunities. On the other hand, we believe that the proposals given by AI can be used for the implementation of the solution, since by combining them, an action plan can be generated for both cities. We divided our proposal into three stages. The first one will be seeking financial support by fostering collaboration between governments, nonprofit, and private organizations to build affordable housing units and renovate existing homes previously selected to implement the initiative in existing locations in both cities. The second stage will implement rent control measures to limit rent increases and protect tenants from displacement, and search for tenant protection laws to prevent unlawful evictions and ensure fair housing practices. Finally, the third stage consists on providing social services and support programs to address the needs and vulnerable populations, increasing the community engagement to the solution.